With exercise, we look at the physical body, right? With cognitive behavioral therapy, we're looking more at the mental side of things, because with multiple sclerosis, oftentimes there's increased levels of anxiety, depression, even suicidality, especially early in shortly after being diagnosed. They're trying to come to terms with being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. There's no cure for the disease. To many people, it's really hard, it's difficult, it's something that they're going to have to deal with for the rest of their lives. And so when we focus just on the physical aspect and we forget about the mental aspect, we're really doing a disservice to them, because we want to help the whole person. And so that's what we're trying to see. Does combining the two result in better outcomes? Because they did find that cognitive behavioral therapy will improve quality of life, will reduce anxiety, it will reduce thoughts of suicide and those types of things. But my thought is, well, if we combine those, is there an additive effect? And that's really what we're trying to determine is there an additive effect of those two training types? Before we started implementing interventions, the first thing we had to do is let's compare people with multiple sclerosis to a healthy non-multiple sclerosis population. And so one of the things that we found when we did just simple sit to stand is that it takes people with multiple sclerosis that have leg weakness longer to stand than your typical person, and they exhibit a different strategy. What we found is the biggest limiting factor was their leg strength. And so with that understanding that, with their leg strength, let's see if we can improve their leg strength through the exercises. I went to a conference and I was presenting some research, and the feedback that I got is, we need to know what the stability is while they're doing something when they can't use both of their hands, like brushing their hair, or brushing their teeth, washing their hands. And so what we did is we created a sink that we put right by our force platforms, and so they put both feet on the force platform, and we can measure how much they're shifting, where their center of mass is, and we have them with Play-Doh basically mimic washing their hands so we can get their stability. For some of the studies that we're doing, and the study certainly we're doing right now, we don't have all the data back yet. Some of them are still in the intervention process, and some of them are, we're collecting the pre-data now. But just one story, there was a woman that we've had in here, and her goal was to be able to go on a hike and be with her grandchildren, and so that she could keep up with them. And just this last summer, she was able to hike Harney Peak, whereas before, had she not participated, from her own thoughts, she wouldn't have been able to keep up and may not have even been able to get to the top. But because of this intervention, she was able to do something that she really wanted to do. And really that's really what drives our research in this lab, is how can we improve function, how can we improve quality of life?